But as the years wore on, their hearts thirsted for more, and they came to take the land itself. And one by one, the thrones of the Saxon kings fell beneath their fury. The year is sometime around 914. 11 centuries passed, although in the north, no one can really be sure of the year in these dark times. More than 2 generations have passed since the sons of Ragnar Lodbrok seized the lands of the Saxons, so that everything north of the Thames lay under Danish law. The men that came after those fearsome reavers were lesser fellows. The carrion crows that scavenged on the grey wolf's kill, and many have briefly claimed the crown in Jorvik in recent years, only to leave it spinning in the dust at their passing, while still others squabble to snatch it up, so that they too may play a king for a while. But now comes one who is cast from an earlier mold, with fire in his blood and cold steel in his hand. Ragnar still keeps to the old ways, looking to Thor for his weather, Aegir for his sea crossings, and to Odin for wisdom in the council chamber. Like his forebears, he has landed in the north seeking plunder, but the treasure he desires lies not in gaudy trinkets, but in taxes and trade protected by strong Roman walls. The treasure Ragnar seeks is the jewel of the north itself, the city of Jorvik. Like the terrible sons of Ragnar, he will not claim Jorvik, but seize it in his 2 bloody hands. This man who would make himself king in the north. And now Ragnar prepares his men for battle, staring across against the assembled militia from Jorvik. These men are brave men, he thinks, but how many are warriors? True, somewhere male in the iron hell. And now he sends his men forward. With ferocious courage, Ragnar's Vikings throw themselves against the shield wall of Jorvik. The wall holds firm. Unlike their ferocious enemies, the warriors of Jorvik have as much care for the life of each of their sword brothers as they do for their own. Sword bites into shield's rib, but the wall does not break. Crushed through a gap, targeted flesh, but the wall does not break. Axe smashes hell, causing the wearer to stagger in pain, but still the wall does not break. They hurl themselves against the shield wall. But the men of Jorvik are made of doughtier stuff than Ragnar had fought. And now, the men of Jorvik push their foes back. Ragnar was not expecting this. Holding their shields interlocked, shoulder braced against shoulder, the men of Jorvik push back the invader. We will not be taken so easily, they say. Step by fearsome step, Ragnar's forces are thrown back. There they may nurse their wounds and curse that the defenders are not so easily defeated. But this is just the first test. Ragnar is surprised. The warriors of Jorvik resist fiercely, their helms glinting in the afternoon sunlight. Their shields hold firm, swords edge right into rib, and in return they deal doughty blows of their own. Swords slash, axes hack, and spears thrust and expose flesh. On Jorvik's left flank, Ragnar's men push forward. But still the line holds. The day is not done yet. And now the leaders know that the men's arms are failing. One can only maintain an attack for so long. Many an overconfident leader loses the battle if he pushes too hard, too fast. This wall must be taken down one brick at a time. Wedge of iron with himself at the point. No man of faint heart has a place in that company which is aimed to plunge into the very heart of the enemy, into the fiercest throng of battle. They surge forward to burst through the enemy and scatter Ragnar's men like chaff before a mighty storm. No time now for cunning weaponcraft, no feints or subtle strategies. Shields are lowered, sword arms tire, blows become slower and heavier and strength flows from exhausted limbs. Deep into the enemy line, all forces press. Can Ragnar recover? Can he hold his men together? If he does not, he is surely lost, and his dreams of conquest are gone. On the flanks, warriors face each other individually, heroes for the day. But the veterans know that it is not a good thing to separate yourself from the main line. In the melee and combat, who can tell which side is winning? This is not good from either side. Each leader cannot tell if he has the advantage. Now they must recover order. In this melee, a friend may slay a friend. Many a time a man looks around, his sword raised, his blow about to land, only to see the man he faces is one of his own comrades. And now the leaders desperately struggle to restore order and recover their line. He orders his men to withdraw. On back, he calls. On back, save your strength. This attack has not worked, but our next will. Rest your arms, men. Rest your arms and ready your shields once more. And now the two sides pass. Each side wondering which is the stronger, which has the advantage. Ragnar is unhappy. It is not the Viking way to face equal forces. Too much at stake. And yet, he cannot turn his back and leave. No terms have been agreed. So he must follow. Back 3 times, and they will do so once more. But this time, they will not be looking to press him back. They will be looking to stretch their enemy on the cold earth. They will smite his ruin on the fields of Jorvik. And so for the final time they come forward. Kill, 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 they call. Now there is steel in their eyes as well as iron in their grip. we shall see who is the stronger. Both sides are cautious now. They have tested one another. On the flanks, the veteran warriors, the swordsmen, position themselves. The centre of the line is where the battle is fought, but on the flanks is where the battle is won. On Brimyall's right flank, we see a confident spearman fighting a warrior with 2 axes. A dangerous boy, but the warrior is well armoured. It does him no good, however, as Ulf's captains cut him down. Still, a heroic death that will see him stretched in the halls of Valhalla, feasting in the gods of the mead hall. Jorvik's line has pressed forward. It would seem they have the advantage, but they must be wary. The captain must always ask, is my centre pressing forward, or am I being outflanked? True enough, some of Ragnar's Vikings have worked their way around the side. This is a great threat for all. Blow follows blow, spear strike follows spear strike, and slowly, one by one, men begin to fall. Men who got up this morning thinking they were going to battle, some of the men of Jorvik thinking they would deal heroic blows, now disappointed, a line bleeding on the ground. Many a man of Jorvik would have approached his wall in his house and lifted his father's shield from the nail where it hung, slung it on his back, and prayed to whatever gods he might that he would see this day through. The men of Jorvik still hold. Still they keep their line. Now they press forward once more. The Viking has his crown. Already the bishop is making terms with him for his own life. Keeping good order, the victors do not try for individual heroics. Now they know they have the advantage. They mop up the remains of the opposition. And now Ragnar. And now, what is this? Ragnar, who I thought was victorious, has lost. The men of Jorvik have recovered the day, ladies and gentlemen. From the jaws of defeat, they have snatched a great victory. Ragnar is defeated for now, but he will not be so easily dismayed. Even as the cloak of defeat hangs heavy upon his shoulders, he is planning his return. Now that he knows the strength of metal of the forces of Jorvik, he will be back, and one day he knows he will be king in the north. But for how long? Even now, in the south of the land, the sons of Wessex stir, sharpen their blades and steal across the Thames into the old